Hey guys, good morning. Here with the coffee breakfast and clan Pestilens. Finished the Vampire counts yesterday. Survived. This is gonna be a last survival campaign for a long time. Maybe we have a clan Angrud next year again. And we started the clan Pestilens campaign, M28, no artillery, so no black catapults and no flame warp lightning cannons allowed in the armies. We can still use them in garrisons. We have them in any army, we have to disband them. And no battle skills. We can't put points in the battle skills. So we have to use all the skills than the red skills.
Have you seen that shit?
It's been 32 turns and interesting experience. I'll say more when the game loads. Hey Flame Puncher and Iron Arcade, thank you guys for key support. Good morning. So since we have no artillery, no battle skills, and Gorok pretty much comes towards you when while you're still rank 1 pretty much. With his potentially unbreakable higher melee defense, rank 4-5 Saurus, which you have stand no chance with your Plague Monks and limited skills. We managed to get peace treaty with Gorok. He came here with 19 units, taking Subatun. But first, this faction pretty much they changed it because they moved the Clanation. And Clanation is now here, and you are still at war with Clanation, so you have no enemies in the beginning. The nearby factions all fight Clan faster, which you could also attack them as well. But instead I went for the Mangrove Coast, rushed it to tier 3, taking Subatun as well, and was waiting for the rebels here. Got the Plague Monks, since we can't get artillery, we didn't get artillery building, so got a wall. Pretty much Plague Monks in the army, and nothing else we can get right now. Until tier 4, this is pretty much our best unit economic wise. Gorok has arrived here with 19 units. Absolutely zero chance to defeat him. He taken Subatun while we were just next to it, and he disbanded 7 units. The unshielded Saurus and some skinks. So he was down to 12 units with his right for additional melee defense and unbreakable. So I besieged him. We realized Gorok gets physical resistance for him and all his units when he's under siege. So that plus unbreakable plus additional defense from the right. There was absolutely zero chance to do anything, so we just waited. And next turn there was peace treaty available. Made peace treaty with Gorok, hoped he would attack somebody else. He did, he attacked Hans Marshall Expedition, and we just waited here for the rebels while the rebels slowly will destroy the Blessed Red. The Blessed Red does move around, so the rebels overrun their settlements eventually, unless they build walls, which I don't really experience they build any walls because they're limited options here. So we had this province very early, I think it was turn 22, whole province, which is achievement in itself. And the fact we're at war with Gorok and Teklis, it's ridiculous. I went with a big gamble, long-term investment. I was giving all my gold to Gorok, and I managed to get the relations from aversion -60, great power -5, to very friendly 55 and moving towards 77. I signed a non-aggression pact and a trade agreement. Defensive alliance is a dream, but it's really hard to get alliance within the Skaven and the Lizardmen. I did it once before between Last Defenders, Krogar and Clan Morse, Quick, but there is still chance. Since this relations is pretty much okay right now, we also friendly with Cult of Sotek, with the Henwen, who lost his settlements. Looks like these guys have expanded north properly, like the last time. We joined his war against Hans Marshal Expedition, who is pretty much public enemy #1 in Austria. And right now we are giving our money to Teklis. Teklis is like currently unknown variable here, and he could mess things up for us. So we are giving him money, try to get relations so he goes to war against somebody else, not us, while we are getting a tier 4 arsenal to get some proper range units so we can actually win battles against proper armies. Because without artillery and battle skills we stand no chance. So due to the limits and restrictions, we have to get creative how we survive early game, so we can get to tier 4 and actually get proper units so we can start playing the campaign.
Shit. What the hell?
You see guys, diplomacy doesn't work and the Skavenism can never be friends. The subversion, great power penalties just, you know, make diplomacy impossible, Kappa. Thank you, Rael.
What do you want?
I want to be friends.
Never.
Come on, don't be like that.
If you say so.
Okay, the elves favored trade agreement over non-aggression pact, even at a lower ratio than the non-aggression pact. So, we got it here. Why is this even possible? For a few reasons. But main reason is the corrupted spawning pool is a very powerful Skaven building. The fact is a building in a 4-region province is overpowered, gives high base income and additional 75% income from all buildings, all regions of this province, and on top of the generator building, additional 6% income to all buildings from all regions in the province, and there is gold here. Big provinces for the Skaven are quite powerful, and there are 2 ports as well. Even with the negative 50% here, this settlement just loses the gains 10% of the slave wheels. Just take away 50 and add 10 from this, and then additional 75% on top of it. You can see Chupayotl is making over 1,000 gold per turn with a negative 50 income, and we can still upgrade the gold mine, double it, and double the port as well. So we're getting good money, and we are able to manipulate currently poor factions which are pushing military. We're basically feeding their bankruptcy. What does this mean? We are giving them money, they're recruiting more than they can, and they cannot maintain treasury. And the only way they'll maintain that military if we give them money. But because this is happening, the gifts are closer to 500 than they are to 2,000. So they never pile up treasury, and the gifts remain being very cheap. Sometimes you can spot this opportunity and, you know, you might want to say, you know, scheme, but, you know, some people would say abuse it. But anything good is, you know, abuse it. But, you know, you have to still, you know, use your 8 brain cells to do it.
What do you want?
So you can see here, his economy is very, very weak. The small gift pretty much tells you how much, how strong is their economy. This number can vary between even 300 and 2,000. If this number is close to 2,000, means he has a lot of money. If this number is close to 500, means he's poor. If this number is decreasing every single turn, it means he cannot afford his military, and you're basically feeding his bankruptcy. So instead of him disbanding 1 unit eventually, you're getting a very cheap diplomacy. This is a rare opportunity, and we used it. You know, comes, you know, you realize this after playing the game for just a couple thousand of hours, because the game tells you shit. But I started diplomacy in Rome 2. I even at some point wanted to make a guide for it. This is the same pretty much diplomacy as in Rome 2. And here is a perfect situation to go for it. It's still a gamble, because they could invite wars, but you know, all their knowledge put to good use, and try to survive early game, and it's working. Okay, our income is 3,600, which is amazing, and we're getting rebels here every 3 turns. Rebels are Skaven's second best friend. First best friend I cannot say out loud because it's a banned word in this channel. So we have one undercity here. made a Warlock laboratory with the Doom Engineer. You always want to send your Doom Engineers to create Warlock laboratories in the capitals you're not gonna prioritize for a while. And we got some money also generating from the thieving and crafting buildings.
Warp! Lightning!
Shit Wizard is not happy. Why is he not happy? Why are we not getting loyalty events? You glitched game. We had enough glitches yesterday. I lost count how many times the game crashed yesterday, and the siege AI broke in one Bellows as well. Yesterday was not a good day. Not a good day, but we survived. I do not recommend you guys watch the last part of the Vampire campaign. I do not recommend it. You are gonna get disappointed. And you're not gonna touch vampires anytime soon because they left game-breaking bugs in the game for over a year now. Over a year. You cannot believe that the developers' baby, the vampire counts, have come to the point where it's hard to have fun with them because there are game-breaking bugs with them. And developers don't seem to care. It's been over a year and they still haven't fixed it.
Pestilent aura. Malfunction.
We wanna get 2 bells here.
Killshade.
Looking at the Nerd and Arcade both playing 3 Kingdoms today, sounds like they know the patch notes. They have some information, which means we might get some info soon. Imagine having early access and then spoiling the game, and you can't play it for 2 weeks because you know what's coming. Damn, and then you have to play 3 Kingdoms. Just an observation, boys, just an observation. Even if I knew something, I can't tell you. Look at those red ogres, man. Their head just exploded. Hope there was no friendly fire there. I don't know who was okay when they stand this crap. Yes, yes. We're not getting a dwarf DLC. We're getting 3 new factions, Bumble. We're not up to date. We're getting a Dark Elf faction, Skaven faction, and Bretonnian faction. I'm not sure what game you're talking about.
Victory! The horned rat shitters! My power
Blade.
grows! Warlock, master of Scryer! Sneak! Scurry! Unleash corruption! My plans.
I wonder how many turns we take negative replenishment. 31 turns. Damn. But it doesn't matter, you get Alchemist, that is irrelevant. Economy is all almost unfeared, so we can give more money to our Overlord Gorok.
Scary, do not stop.
I do have to get two more,
Warlock of
two
Skaven blood.
more,
I order.
two more I
Scary,
think, two
move.
more, right? Box Cauldron, two more Plague Monks, yeah. Tier 3.
More than
Tier 4. We can get range units here. This is way too much money, we have to get this. It's 8 turns, so it takes a while as well.
Sorcerer Inventor, yes, yes.
So the shit wizard is not happy here. Now currently we are unlocking tier 4 and we're gonna try to expand after that. Isn't it obvious?
Clan rats are not content.
Oh, more voodoo. More voodoo. You need to get 2 more here, huh?
Master Engineer.
I don't give the... She was really unhappy right now. We're gonna have to give him more items.
My eyes gone, but I see. Now, now.
Better be careful how you assign these items. If you switch, he might lose loyalty for some reason. You have to actually give it to him from nobody.
Machines and then sorcery.
We get 2 more Plague Monks, 3 more Plague Monks with Lord Scroak.
Bring decay.
And we'll go from there. Get 2 trade agreements, huh?
Time to do it, leader.
This is actually not bad to consider, but we need to unlock technology through the order building, and I need to get the arsenal. We also need we also need the Pestilens Nave, so we can unlock the Plague. We unlock the Plague, we can plague a big capital to just walk into it. The Pestilens Scheme gives you a special hero, the Pestilens Scheme Priest, which spreads a plague. And this is the best way for Skaven to take a defensible position like Itza, like a big capital. Big capital with a scary garrison. So you basically send in the plague, and then within 5 turns you attack the city. Basically everybody in the city is dead. They have no chance, they just all died from the plague. The city cannot resist it, but the army in the next city can. So ideally you want to spread it on Itza, you want to spread it on Karazakarak, Karakate Peaks. The plague is a great weapon to take a big city easy. You just time it out. You just time it, I mean, with your attack, and it's a really strong when you time it right. The only downside is to unlock it you need a tier 4 building. This clan Pestilens, so they have special with this, cheaper ride, cheaper building, but it's still tier 4. He has pretty good 2 items, so we want to get both. How did Wood Elves campaign go? We finished it. Ultimate campaign victory, big baddie. Snowballing towards short victory. Pretty chill expansion. Survived. Ultimate campaign victory. Survived. New campaign. All finished before.
Clan Pestilens will rule the world.
We're gonna put some money into buildings now, and I do wanna upgrade this one. I don't wanna give anybody any ideas here. What can we consider here on tier 3? It could be a slot for the assassins. We're having one assassin to harass our enemies of our enemy, it's actually a really good thing. We can only fit in Oixel. It's expense over 5,000 per turns. This growth is really high, so this will start upgrading fast. This is 5 turns, so it's not rush really. We could definitely use an assassin.
Clan Pestilens is all.
Should also get more plague priests once we finish Renowned and Feared. When they move Clanation, when they released Prophet and the Warlock DLC, when they move them here with Tic-Tac-Toe release. Yeah, fine. Thank you, Max. Today's also, guys, the last day of the month. The last day to meet the last goal, the M30. Otherwise, the M30 will be always just, you know, theorized how the campaign would have went. Next month is empty month. It's just basically gonna be special December every year for the extra random months for you guys. And with January we start with 2020 milestone campaigns, which will be 15 total for the year. Yoo-hoo! Looks like they might try and get Silver Harken there. Okay, we have a loyalty win finally. Yeah. That was unfortunate, but was required. This turn we won't be able to do anything with our money. We do need to build these things anyways.
I am the Major. Stay forward.
Well, Itzais are the most dangerous faction for this. This is the most dangerous thing to Lord Skrulk. Even in a regular campaign, they could be a threat. There's a reason we gave them so much money. We have to start giving them more money as well. They don't like us dealing with lower role masters, but we could break these streets later.
Test my patience. No.
This is still increasing.
Saudek Zarshuno Antimnikar.
Yeah.
Curse my crowded.
So it looks like it's Vampire Coast. If we could get Hansmar's Expedition is about to get wiped out. We need Itza to go to war with Luther Harkon. We could declare war on Vampire Coast and then invite him the moment this faction is gone, because these guys could declare war random. I feel like they might go to war with Sentinels, Spinosauric Dwarves, or the Vampire Coast. We are there as well in that mix, but lower now because we are very friendly. We still don't have security against Itza. We need to get Arsenal. With Arsenal we unlock the Rattling Gun weapon teams and the Warblock Giselles, which will make it bearable to fight the Lizardmen. Without the Plague Claw catapults and the Warp Lightning cannons, it's like Really, really hard to deal with this Goro guy. And the fact on top of that, we are not allowed to put any red skills. We have to be even more careful because of that. Oh shit! Everything according to the great plan. Who paid that? Who paid that? Somebody paid him to break this treaty. No, they lost the city. Okay, okay. For a second, I thought my best friend turned on us. So he declared war on Vampire Coast, but he didn't take any initiative to defend his lands. So it looks like the Luther Harkon was trespassing. All is good, boys. All is good. For a second, I thought it was a diplomacy move. They lost the capital connection. Stupid mechanic. We still have border. We should be able to trade. So they got a new enemy, which is great. So now we have to turn everybody against the Luther Harkon, where we are getting our Jezzails.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
No red seals and scrolls. It's a restriction for this campaign, Salazar. Hey Kidler, thank you for clean support. Behind their enemies. Oh, they're taking the settlement back. They're taking a settlement back. They survived. Let's see. Does the other money have any effect here? Defensive alliance. Oh, the dream! It's happening.
Very well. Speak, if you must. I refuse.
Okay, what can we use this money for? We're gonna drop. Actually, we need to keep it. We need that money. This could also be a good move to betray Itza as well, because the Luther Harkon could actually have a terrifying army. But Itza is a really hard city to take. Luther Harkon has no chance of taking unless he's a full army of Necrophix Colossi. Hey, Bress. Okay, we continue with the great plan. Remember, guys, we are skinks in disguise. We'll feed his bankruptcy. He did use the right. 4 times here. It's again over 70.
Others may have failed to see you for what you are.
Shh.
I have not.
Shh, don't be like that. They're gonna hear you. Don't be like that, Teclis. They don't know. And they say diplomacy doesn't work. Well, kids, you know, instead of click, 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 click here and click, click, click here, put all your shekels into click, click, click here, and that's how the world works.
Time to do it, leaders.
Very well.
We'll keep it at 19 here. Probably not another hero.
Sorcerer inventor. Yes, yes.
There's the next rebellion here. And we're getting tier 4. How much do we need for arsenal? Oh shit, it's expensive. Over 9,000. Damn. We can actually save 10% with the expansion is planning. Don't really need the food. We can also start upgrading this next turn. We do need it. The expansion is planning. You can still upgrade gold in the generator. You should probably try to get this and this next turn.
Lord Stark.
Still have need the ambusher trait. If I join war against Lord Harkon, he could switch from here to here. I want him to go from here to here and then join the war. And then we're just gonna be coming as liberators here, liberate in Southern Great Jungle from the invader Luther Harkon. And by that time we might even have this for Itza. Well, that's too expensive, Akitama. Too expensive. We cannot afford it right now. We have to prioritize the gold. Yoo-hoo! Hey guys. I'm pretty sure that today is Saturday. You know what this means today? We're gonna have a long stream. Yoo-hoo! Getting a patch in like 12 days. It's supposed to be improving the turn times. This is actually causing a mess for the Lizardmen, because Luther Harkon is causing quite a bit of negative public order with his presence. Okay, Hans Marshal Expedition, they're still doing okayish. The losing trade agreement definitely deteriorated diplomacy a bit. They're starting to consider him a threat, so a defensive alliance is becoming a possibility. He's rank 30. If he drops any further, this is gonna be guaranteed. Friend of my friend is my friend. Right, Henwen? We are best pals with Gorok. Gorok wants to murder everybody. That man is a first skink, or is your skink. Everybody's gonna die. We're gonna stick together and make sure he doesn't do that. He definitely wants me to join war against Lord Harkon. He wants more money. It needs about 30 here.
So it's you. Excellent.
He has no enemies. Why is he has no enemies? Don't make me nervous, Necklace. Take this.
Ludicrous.
I would join one of these little Harkon. We had a wall here.
Pestilens here.
We have to build this. And we have to get an assassin here.
Warp, lightning.
2 battles here, 2,000 shekels.
Frenzy fight.
It's not really there all in the southern area. The pirates just seem to... it's around the equator, around the center. Never winter.
Council's command.
We don't want to go into a fight with anybody until we get Giselles.
Oh my god. Have you seen that?
Damn, Jenga, thank you very much.
Shit? What the hell?
I forgot about this too, did I? There's some runners are here.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Oh shit.
Yoo-hoo. Yeah, I did.
Master kill! Get there!
I have 3 gun runners.
Then die!
Die!
God, have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
This area is heavily corrupted, so we have plenty of units here.
We all obey! What?
I don't remember that line.
Oh my God! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit!
Vermintide comes! Law of Pestilens! Get there! Order of Pestilens!
Oh my God!
The gun runners managed to escape. They're very annoying.
What the hell?
Stirring, yes, yes! Slay no fast!
Looks like the next campaign might have some extra chaos.
Oh my God! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Yeah, I'm going for the arsenal. We can't do shit without Giselles. No battle skills, no artillery, we need Giselles.
Oh my God!
Maybe a couple of Gatling guns.
Holy shit! What the hell?
The Plague Monks are really bad without battle skills. Since you know, set of the game and all. Yeah, it's behind range and it's Skaven, and yeah, gets experience and shit, you know. The melee just doesn't work without battle skills. It's all gonna be kind of fodder, so it's gonna be pretty straightforward to use melee.
Shit! Holy shit!
Master of masters! Advance retreat!
No Rangers campaign, we're working on it, Dexter. We're not allowed to use artillery.
Oh my God! Have you seen that shit?
Why are they coming like that? We make this city rebellious by default by not adding public order. So it's because the legend difficulty, they're guaranteed to come every 34 turns, and we can keep it like that for the rest of the campaign. Eventually, we're not going to need this experience or money, so we can just stabilize it.
Seen that shit?
So on legendary, it's easy to control rebellions to your advantage. And the Skaven need rebel for food, loyalty, extra experience, and gold. So it's a good thing. Rebellions are the best thing for the Skaven.
Oh my God! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell? Oh my God! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Bress asks, am I allowed to artillery if you capture it? Well, we have 2 restrictions regarding that. One restriction is we are not allowed to recruit, and we are not allowed to use it in the armies. So this campaign is one of those where we are not allowed to use it in the armies. So if we have it, we have to disband it, and we are not allowed to
Have you seen
recruit
that
it.
shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
If we play a campaign that says we are not allowed to recruit, which means we are just not allowed to recruit them, but we can still use the starting ones, Confederation ones, and captured ones.
Oh my God! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Release them! Yes, yes!
Okay, we got a good range unit. We got the teeth breakers.
Bonitas,
Oh my God!
Hey Scott, good
Have you
morning.
seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
How to capture artillery? You need to have empty slots in the army and fight the enemy that has artillery you can use. There is a chance every time you win that you capture some. especially if the enemy gets destroyed,
Oh
the
my
unit or the
God.
army.
Have you seen that shit?
Warlock, master of scry.
We're very close here to the renowned and feared.
Oh my God. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
30% more battle loot, huh?
Oh my God.
It's actually quite a bit of money.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
This could be our next money skill.
Oh my God.
You get it as extra, veteran. You get it as extra.
Holy shit.
In this campaign, we're not allowed to use get any battle skills, so we can get extra stuff like this. This would definitely help with economy in the beginning. 30% is actually quite a lot on the Warhammer 2 faction.
Oh my God. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
Skaven Blight, here's my lame. I order scurry move.
Oh, do we get a rank? Do we get a rank? We get a rank! We get renowned and feared. Upkeep minus 8% for all units. Campaign wound range plus 5%. Enemy hero action success chance minus 10%. And if they fail, they have 25% chance, higher chance to get wounded, and you get additional recruit for all units. Look at this, like, it's like mini wall of text for one skill point. Compare that to some Warhammer 1 shit. And to unlock this, you get 15% upkeep reduction, and plus 25% ambush success chance. This is stronger than any skill that exists in the game for the Skaven. This one here and this one here just snowballs to the early game. The Renowned and Feared is just cream on the top. Cream on the top. We can also level up Mine All Mine to get more battle loot. We do need a lot of money. Lightning Strike is not a priority on a Skaven, but it's a convenience, because the Skaven only have a Lightning Strike. Better than Lightning Strike. Almost guaranteed ambush. We can only have additional 30%, and we get a trade for that additional 5% soon, and there is a technology as well.
Smartest warlock brings victory.
We can do battle for the Road Corruption. Not really comfortable going this one with the current setup. Oh man.
Warp, lightning.
Damn. This resistance is good on the Plague Priest because of the Plague Furnace. Guys, you do battles, you get items. That's how it works. That's how it works. No scripts here, no mods. You just do battles, click, 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 battle here, battle there, battle, 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 battle. Two lords, double chance, click, 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 scouting, you get items.
Vermintide, vile tide arises. Oh, blessed filth. Warlock master.
Please give me a skull reef somewhere here.
Forward.
No skull reefs. No skull, nothing in the water.
Plan Pestilens is all.
We are rebellion again in 3 turns. Oh, we can actually, can afford this now as well. The battle loot is so good.
Fight me.
This is big money. Chupadel is big money, just so expensive to build. How many get the next engineer in 11 turns? We proved this that when you play with a beast, for example, when you stake lords, you get every lord participating in battle has a chance to find an item, and when you stake scouting, you're guaranteed to get a lot of items. And and you pretty much increase your chance to getting rare items exponentially. You can meme all you want. That's how it works. Yeah, this region is making 50% less income, but we have a bonus of plus 70 and another 75% income, so it doesn't matter. This region just it's expensive to build up, but it's great for Skaven because it lowers public order in the region. So makes rebellions more often and easy game is alive. Quest battle, that quest battle is bad for us right now. If the game will not give you enough items because the items drop chance is not guaranteed. You get a chance per lord, and you can use up to 4 lords per battle. So if you use 4 lords every battle, you're gonna have so many items you won't even be able to use them all. This is ideal to do with Chaos, Beastmen, Bretonia. Just a couple of examples. Those 3 are probably the most ideal to do this. And if you put scouting in every army, these chances increase quite a bit. Quality of item is random. It's random. Also, if you want to increase your chance of finding powerful items, you need to scout the ruins. Chupayotl here, the penalty for the Skaven here is basically make this area expensive to build, but it still makes shitload of money, more than other regions in the area, and it will increase the rate of rebellions, which is amazing.
Machines and sorcery. Now.
When you get this scroll, if you're gonna do melee. Obviously, the more rebels you do, the more times you fight the rebel, every rebellion, the higher the odds of getting more items and better items. If you fight every rebellion twice, you maximize the odds. We've been min-maxing here. Getting Talisman Preservation, Armor Destiny, and the Smoke Monster is just shit luck. Remember, we didn't get any in the last campaign. I'm gonna get the money again next turn. If you raid your territory, you destroy income. And this is a big Skaven province, which means it's a lot of money. You don't want to raid your economic provinces. You could definitely still raid some of your provinces, but not this one. It will destroy economy. I will show what happens, just give me a minute. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, we got lucky with Alchemist, so we can keep ransoming captives. It's a pretty much a permanent penalty to 5% replenishment for Warhammer 2 factions, but it's a lot of gold throughout the campaign.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Thank you, Yariadar. So, for example, this is what happens when you keep ransoming captives. You pretty much get a permanent debuff to replenishment. But Skaven have 5% more replenishment here. Skaven have 5% more replenishment for the Alchemist. So it doesn't matter. Ransoming captives is a big economy and helps campaign go smoother. Money make things easier. If I rate it here, you can see at the bottom income from raiding from all buildings 100% of raiding on the region. They added this so it's less abusable. and it will lower income in the Oixel, and we don't want to lower any income here. Even if it makes it go faster, it doesn't matter. We get rebellion here every 3 to 4 turns anyways.
Stalk corrupt.
Yes, Skaven have 2 technologies for replenishment. There is one more here, 20% more. Do you have any tips how to compose armies with vampire guns to get good rating on auto resolve? No. They have no range units, so if you fight experienced units, it's always going to be against you. There is no such a thing in Arior, it's just RNG. Veteran units help, but everybody has experienced units these days, especially AI.
Decay and die.
Going in conduit and then I'll get scouting after that. Get an assassin here.
You better.
I am Teclis, High Law Master of the White Tower, I suppose. Very well, speak, if you must. Make this quick. I have important
We
matters
managed
to
to
attend
convince the smartest person in the world that we're skinks, not rats. And they said diplomacy doesn't work. Tch.
Saigazu Marushili Zotek Shili.
This guy has actually accumulated some gold. Ooh, he's lost the battle. This will be my move to betray them, but I don't have the plague ready. We still have to stick to this. This would be ideal time to plague Itza and take the city in 4 turns. They will not suspect a thing if we keep them friendly. We're just waiting for the plague. It's on. We're gonna unlock the plague with the Pestilens Knave, and it will require 7-8 turns, and then we get the plague, and we spray it on Itza. 5 turns later, we walk into the city. Mine city, mine. We sack it and we occupy it. But we have to make them like us so they don't suspect a thing. He's currently losing, so we have to wait next time he's losing, plague Itza, and then just take the city while the garrison is dying from the plague. That's the plan. Uh, 120 food, 100 food. It's 20, 40. They want 120 food. There is no way Luther Harn takes Itza. If they do, easy game is life. But I don't believe it. You don't have military access here yet. We can go raid Axolotl for points with this is his enemy territory, so we raid here and we make Gorok like us even more. We have a big penalty with Gorok, -60, and then the great power penalty builds over time. But as long as we have same enemies and we give him some gold, he'll allow us. If he gets it, it's easy game, easy life. Because the Vampire Coast has only one army. As the more they expand, the more they overextend, and they can do shit. They can guard those territories. How the AI Vampire Coast works. So it's ideal if Luther Harkon gets it. We'll ambush here for the trade.
Prepare. Unleash foxes.
We're gonna get Assassin, go harass its enemies as well. But basically, we are waiting for the Pestilens scheme. So we spread plague to the city, and we take the city and destroy Itza. And by the time that this happens, we should have plenty of Giselles to finish off whatever remains. We have no battle skills, we have no artillery, so attacking Itza early would have been a suicide. So we went with pretending to be friends with the Gorok and steal his city when he's the weakest. Itza is the big prize of Laustria. And it's a great connection to our capital province. The only time Luther Harm can be a threat if he gets an army full of Terrorgeists or the Necrophax Colossi. It's doable if you have a full army Necrophax Colossus if we get a bunch of Giselles, but full army Terrorgeists it's really bad for the Skaven, especially in this case. Lemon beer? No, I'm drinking coffee and eating cereal. It's still morning for me. I woke up hour and a half ago.
Harness the power.
We do have a decent trait on Scotty, +2 leadership, and the Plague Monks have even psychology, but without battle skills, respected and feared, and even the Genesis elixirs, the Plague Monks are just not good enough. They're good against the first 2 tier units in the game, but they get weaker and weaker the more you approach towards turn 70 and higher.
Warp fire. Move tails.
You do need a Warlock Engineer
Sneak.
for the guns later, but we don't need right now in the army. This trait that he got, strategy, doesn't work.
One up.
The campaign movement range increases on the heroes don't work.
Sorcerer inventor.
I'm hoping one day the ninja patch that.
Barrow. Barrow.
We'll trespass and harass Schlotl here
Think aside.
with our Skaven slave army, and we'll piss off Luthor Harkon and make Gorok happy. Trespassing and raiding the enemy of the people you want to be friends with is the best way to increase the relations. The cheapest way as well, especially if you don't need the army for anything else. Army like this is nothing, so it's basically extra. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We'll start building that weapons barrel. We're getting the big guns now. I don't want to build this yet. We want to build this when we move the main army out of the way. We do need for technologies though. Why is the Henwin all of a sudden not liking us anymore? The gifts have expired. House Expedition is actually doing okay. They've won against Italy recently. Not only he doesn't like us anymore, he switched from a capital to a shitty port and he gets more money than before. Interesting. This might be the move here.
Deliver your terms, and I shall consider.
How far from the wall here? We need another 5 turns. He could be here within 4. That's too early. It's too early. I need a lot of money for the arsenal upgrade. A lot. And then we need this building here as well. He only has 2 enemies. He'll break treaty first. I don't want to give him any gold right now. We need a gold. Going to war with Vampire Coast is not convenient right now. Not at the moment. Yeah, we'll just be patient here. We can be picky about this, because we're not gonna get this building anytime soon. So we have to keep this guy. Even if he has a trade, it doesn't do anything.
Betrayal strong.
We also need to get an assassin too. This gold will hit in, and we need another building here for the moment. We need to upgrade this one and upgrade this and upgrade this. Is still a lot of gold that we can upgrade here. This can go over 5,000 easy. Yeah. We have to like 3 turns keep pushing money here. The arsenal is very expensive. And we need the Pestilens Knave to prepare the Plague for Itza. Plague will kill all of the garrison. So being the strongest garrison in the world, it's irrelevant. The Plague is the best way to just kill everything there. You time it, you attack 1 turn before the Plague ends, and you have no challenge. So you just walk into the city. And if they're your friends and you betray them, it's even easier. We'll raid Luther Harkon and build up a little bit more relations for free while waiting for the arsenal. We do have money to get a quality army, but we won't be able to use much more money for diplomacy after that. I think Teclis will declare war on Luther Harkon. Luther Harkon has too many enemies. And as long as both Lizman are fighting Hans Marsh Expedition, I think that diplomacy is safe with the Gorok. I remove the whole formation, you hold Alt, and then move them with the left mouse button. The selected units.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
We can also start playing the Under Emperor, but Under Emperor is extremely expensive. It's unrealistic to spend right now. We need money for things. Once we have Itza, we can start building the Under Empire. Other than that, we just get Warlock Laboratories. Because you need to get Warlock Laboratories.
Master Engineer.
So we raid Luther Harkon here, we get some food, some gold, and Gorok will like us even more.
Diabolical. It will miscast.
Trades are, the relations are deteriorating fast because the gifts are expiring. He's recovered his economy.
Oh, it's you. Excellent.
Excellent. He's 86. That's the perfect time to get in lines. It's like we're not gonna have it easier than this.
Warlock of Skaven blight.
military alliance with Itza. Oh man, you just need to put some shit posting on the Reddit and show this, and you get like first page, first post. They keep telling me, you know, diplomacy don't work in this game, you know, just like, because, you know, they don't want to put in the effort. Well, you get the Undercity up to get economy, food, and keep spreading it. Any other buildings, it's situational. You have to decide it for yourself. If I get a military alliance, he might declare war on Teklis, so that's not ideal. So we start with defensive alliance. Defensive alliance was the goal. Military alliance would be ridiculous. It's like defensive alliance is the goal here. We get military access along with it. There you go, boys. Clan Pestilens allied with Itza. Oh, ye of little faith. We went with a big gamble, long-term investment, and there you go. That was the goal. Defensive allies. We don't care what level of diplomacy we have when we betray him, but the criteria has to be met. He has to be weak, below 80, 60 or 80, between 60 and 80 I guess, or lower, and 4 tons active plague in Itza, and then we just take the city like it's nothing. Preferably tier 5, so we sack it, then we occupy it at tier 3 plus. Preferably tier 5. The fact we got the whole province here on turn 22, achievement by itself, and work towards the alliance with Gorok while having Teklis like us as well, and turning other factions, you know, to do, you know, in our favor. It's almost like you can call it, you know, streamer luck. It's so luck. Just click the buttons and, you know, get lucky, right? We schemed and the schemes paid off. Now, hopefully Luther Harkin doesn't have a full army of tier 5 units, and the Henren doesn't betray us too early. We need an assassin and we need more economy. This is way too expensive right now.
Aigazu Maroshili Sotek Atu Abdestrakpa Chimnikar
Well, I bet you didn't see this before. Have non-aggression both to Henwen and Gorok, asks Skaven. Why is there a plague building in Mangrove Coast? That's the starting one, how we get early plague monks. You need 2 for the quest. You don't remove it until you get the quest met. We are working towards the arsenal, which will give us the Warplock Jezzails. Pretty much gonna be our main damage dealer. And we'll add some units to the mix. Whatever leaves the longest and whatever does the most damage to the enemy. Having at least 2 plague per army, the range is still king. Because plague rash. As the enemy is getting closer to you, you cast any spells, just cast spells. Poison buff, summon the clan rats, just trigger this every 11 seconds on the enemy. Enemy will be slower, moving towards you, and by the time they get you, they're exhausted and with full of bullet holes from the Giselles.
What orders?
And if they're still alive, just start spamming a bunch of summons and whatever you have close. Got to move him again now.
Our tail's yours. Advance retreat.
Don't want to miss a charge, this is a shock unit. If Plague Monks miss a charge, it's really bad. They're really weak without a charge.
Tails forward. Our tail's yours. Skaven, yes.
This is giving units poison and triggers a Plague Rush on the enemy. Just first one.
Lord Scrout. Great. Nasty things die. I preach death. Plague monks. I am Scrout.
Under Emperor Unleashed. Man, those Skaven yelling random stuff around is so amazing. They added more of this voice stuff, you know. I heard a new one. Was it today or yesterday? It's amazing they keep adding and improving audio.
Let plague spread.
We're getting food ready for eats as well. Need ransoms. It's the only way to keep economy up. Book of Asher, that's a powerful item.
Clan Pestilens is all. Doom decay. Unleash corruption.
These rebels were an important part of our economy, keep the food up and the money going.
Lord Scrout.
Oh, look at this, boys, we can go here. Are my friends, the lizardmen. We're just skinks. Just like barely muted by those nasty rats, wherever they are.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes. Warlock, master of scry.
Okay, we got campaign skills order. We can still put 2 points here, but not a top priority for the moment. We do want some other stuff. Like the Plague Lord is really good. Lowers the upkeep and gives us more Plague Monks ranks, more Plague Priests, Plague ranks for the Plague Priests. And we can recruit them anywhere. We don't want. We do definitely want to get this.
Clan Pestilens is all.
On Skrolk, we just have a Plague Rash. We're building the rest of the stuff here first in Scotty, because on Skrolk we need other stuff like campaign skills and unique skills.
My eyes thought, but I
Should just ambush here, get the ambusher. As you spend time in ambush stance, there is an ambush trait which is must get on every Skaven army, because we need to guarantee ambushes when you attack. 5,000 shekels, huh? Let's see how diplomacy is going. I'm hoping we turn other lizardmen against these guys, but for some reason They are not, don't have dissonance. Would have been easy if they had dissonance. So, Cult of Sotek trade agreement, what we should get next.
Wisdom. Make this quick. I have important matters to attend to.
We need to acquire even more than that. I'm hoping he's gonna attack them anyways. It's rare to see him betray two trees on friendly attitude, even with a negative aversion. We need to get trade agreement with Sotek to stabilize this non-aggression pact. For some reason he has money. He has money for some reason.
I have little choice but to listen to your inane babbling. All right.
Okay, now this should be fine here.
Yes.
If Luther Harkness still focuses Itza would be ideal. Because we might have pissed him off, he might be coming here. The city can handle the rebels. But we want to get a little bit more experience for Skrolk. Arsenal is also getting up. And we need money to also upgrade this and upgrade this, so we're not gonna spend any more this turn. This is not really good right now. We're getting this and then this next. 5 turns downtime between the rides. I'll get Assassin to see what the hell is going on there. Any faction we meet, they might declare war on us, so it's a risk. But we could at least harass one of the factions. There is another Elizabeth faction here, which is unpredictable. We're not sure what they're gonna do about us. And there is, of course, the Gran Pepe. The Gran Pepe will require lots of gold, or he'll just declare war on us. But we probably don't want to meet Gran Pepe at all. We just want to forget he exists. So we have to be careful how we explore here. We don't want to make contact with Hexoatl until Itza is gone. That would be bad. Especially if they are doing good. Because they might confederate Itza as well. We don't know they exist, they don't know Itza exists. Ideally, you know, this is like Blitz RNG. So we need to get this province first and then explore further north. There still might be some orcs here, drowned humans, and then there is the Gran Pepe. Gran Pepe might be killed by the this Norska here. In grand scheme of things, we're going for the critical mass or short campaign victory, but it's not easy to make critical mass with this campaign, with this challenge. So it might be tough after we stabilize things here, especially if the Dark Elves are losing and this whole world is controlled by Kumbaya humans and dwarves. We could get Tomb Kings on our side. I really hope Dark Elves do good, because otherwise we might need to fight Ultron. The worst case scenario, we're getting invaded by High Elves, Empire, Bretonnians, Dwarves, all at the same time. This is a likely scenario in the current state of the game. Without the artillery, it'll create an impossible stalemate. We don't have to fight Chaos now. We just have to destroy Order Lord Masters, Blessed Dread, Low Emperor Coast, get 8 victory settlements. This is not an easy campaign. It's even if we do good here, we can still get into a scenario where it's really bad. It's like almost makes you don't want to take big ports. So which victory settlements could we consider? And we still need to corrupt them. Skaven Blight has the best area of victory settlements. Man, I got I hope, I really hope at least one of the evil powers survives once we have Lastria. 8 is too high, it should be like 5 for short victory, 10 for long, and 18, 17, like what the hell? Yeah. This is like ridiculous. So we have 3 in Lastria, we have
Have you seen that shit? Holy
we
shit.
have
What the hell?
Hexoatl, Itza, and the Awakening, that's 3 in Lastria. Gellan's Graveyard is in the middle here, that's 4, we could ally with them. There is Sartosa, Skaven Blight, Merigliano in this area here, that's 3 more, and the Hammer could be allied. So if it's a really bad situation here, we just need to take these 3 here, ally Hammer. And we still need to corrupt them, so the amount of armies that could potentially come in that time, it's like your head's gonna explode just thinking about it. If Dark Elves do good and they actually trade an ult one, that's the ideal situation. If the Greenskins destroy dwarves, it's gonna be easy campaign. If it's everything the opposite, it might be like impossible stalemate to get the victory screen. Without the artillery, some of these factions are impossible to fight. Especially if they send multiple armies all the time. We can defend the continent, but we need to get victory settlements. Thank you, Frosty. Yoo-hoo! Any suggestions? Reaper Bolt Rovers and the Dark Shards with shields and get the Dark Shard technology. Focus the range. You have to move in the with a 20 gap distance so you guys don't stay out of the range. Could be tricky in some battlefields. You're just losing against melee infantry. Martial prowess for the AI is overpowered. So you need to rely on range. The rebels might attack us here, which is hilarious. I get a military alliance here, we're not even gonna give them gifts anymore. But it's not that important. It's not that important. Defense alliance is what we needed here. Military alliance, they could declare war randomly on somebody. That would be bad, like Teclis. So defensive alliance here is good. But getting military alliance is would be okay as well. We don't need to give them gifts anymore if we get military alliance.
I am Teclis, High Lawmaster of the White Tower.
Itza's not doing good right now. It's the perfect time to attack, but we are not ready.
Clan rats are not content.
Hey there, bro. It's going good, going good.
What's your back, tail?
When this unlock the knowledge, we'll remove it afterwards.
I am the Plague Lord.
We are moving out of this place when we get the arsenal. We're not gonna stabilize before.
Lord Skrulk. Track scamper. Prepare. Unleash foxes.
Beautiful. You need advice playing the Hardwood Elf campaign? What? You mean Orion? We just played one, you might want to watch it or my previous ones. The early game is pretty chill. The Wood Elves are really powerful, they're elves. I have 3 Wood Elf campaigns on the YouTube if you want to see the early game. I could tell you a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but you seeing it probably was the easiest. We just recently completed a Wood Elf campaign without archers. We used mainly melee units. As long as the Hans Marshal is causing trouble, we have an easy time here.
Ratkin serves Skaven Blight. Warlock of Skaven Blight. Enemies to track. Sorcerer Inventor, yes!
Scurry forward.
So Gork is kinda stuck here using global recruitment now. Lord Skrulk, Gorok, and the Hanon and Teglis, BFFs. Okay, this should be stable. Lower the, you know, shit can still happen. You know, the random stuff can still happen, but this lowers the chance of it happening against us exponentially. What can we do here?
Kill things.
What they say, Skaven slaves add to the negative on the auto resolve, right? But I have warp lighting and anti-infantry guy here.
To battle.
Oh, Pete.
Take for Scryer.
What's the food at? 88, 5%?
Bring Skaven ruin.
If Luthor is close, this is ugly. We just wasted food, but it's only 40 food.
Make Empire bigger.
I wonder if the balance of power was so one-sided due to numbers beyond counting. Because these stats do give Skaven Slayer some edge against outnumbered lower tier enemies. Or maybe it's just the the Warlock Master has a really one-sided auto-resolve, since it's a really strong Lord, even on rank 1. Could be a combination of both.
Horned One's realm weakens.
We should definitely get trade. We have 3 trade partners right now. Some Skaven corruption here, huh? This one is cheaper, so it's more convenient to get.
Stink of betrayal strong.
We have 3 trade partners, so getting some resources is extremely beneficial. We also will be getting assassin within 2 turns. Hopefully a perceptive one.
God, the pestilence is all.
All good, all good. We need money for the arsenal next turn. Yeah, we decided to go for a play, and we just stuck with it, Frosty, and it paid off. Would have thought. Adapting and planning instead of just, you know, playing on the go, in the moment, pay off. We did everything we could to minimize the negative, Frosty, and to develop the relationship. The fact he started losing to Luther Harkon and Hans Master Expedition made it easier to get alliance. There's no other way to get alliance if he's not losing, because he's always stronger than us. We have a defensive alliance is ideal. Military alliance wouldn't be so bad, so we have a stable diplomacy. But we're getting close to betray him. Spread plague into Itza and take the city. We just have to pile up food first. Again.
Plan Scryer.
On the Skaven Lord, I like getting Corruptive as the filler to unlock Draft Master with 3 points Ancient Cunning. The Ancient Cunning is must. This is like, you take this, you don't even think about it, you just take it. And Corruptive out of the 4 skills to speed up the corruption, victory based, menace below, negative corruption, public order for the enemy, to unlock the Draft Master, and then you get 3 points Quartermaster, Lightning Strike, and Now Unfeared. You don't have to get Lightning Strike, but it's a backup plan if your ambush doesn't succeed, which rarely will fail if you do it right. 1 point here we go instead, because we need a little bit more money. Since non-battle skills, 1 point here is preferable, because we might consider getting the 3 points as well. Yeah, he disbanded 7 units, but still Frosty, we didn't have a chance to win that battle at all. But we surrounded the city. If he attacked, we had a really hard time, but possible. But we attacking here, we had no chance. Because at the buff he hits when he's under siege. And this pushed us into a peace treaty and opened a path to this strategy. Otherwise, this is super unlikely. It's like, who would have thought of getting alliance with Gorok just because that chain of events has happened? This is, you know, a really, you know, extreme plan. The second army are just Skaven slaves.
Diabolic devices.
The Skaven slaves with a OP Warlock Master. It's mainly to get more presence, raiding options, and leveling a second lord without waiting 60 turns to open him.
Fight, fight.
This way you spend a little bit more money in the beginning, like extra 700 per turn, but you get a higher second lord faster with a quartermaster and now in fear, then you can get him proper units later. It's very important we get Shield Wizard to Immortal before we can even afford a second quality army. Otherwise, this campaign is going to take much longer. It used to be a help in diplomacy. It's more so help on the campaign map than the actual diplomacy anymore. Because you have a presence of the army there and the spy satellites will say, don't go there, they have an army. They changed this. We were, I guess somebody was watching one of my Vampire Counts campaign when we were using zombies for diplomacy. It doesn't do much anymore. They changed this. This was a thing in Warhammer 1.
Blessed with filth. Plague cast.
Undying loyalty, master.
Them, die! Plague time. Blessed with filth. Lord's throne. Plague monks. Plague priest. Horned rat's blessing.
Poison that unit. Yes! There are some mornings I wake up and the first words that's in my head are like Skaven. Yes.
Frenzy! Kill! Them! Die!
Plague priest.
Scampering! Death! Kill! Forward! Backward!
Scurry race. Bring Boba.
Hey CJ. Now, I like the Skaven since the first time I played them. It's like the Skaven is everything I expected from the Greenskins. A fun, unique faction full of flavor that's strong as well. Skaven is everything Greenskins is not.
Clan Pestilens will rule the world. These specimens are no good. I am the Plague Lord.
Let me second point in the Plague Lord, and we need to consider another Plague Priest. Knowledgeable, perfect. Perfect!
It's death frenzy!
Fuck of Pestilens. No buboes upon them.
And let me Arsenal.
Doomed. Riot.
Arsenal gives us the Warblock Jezzails, Rattling Gun Weapon Teams, and regular Bombardiers. Skaven have what the? Skaven can have a lot of power. They're basically in the same boat as the vampires. Their magic is strong, and they can have really a lot of power stacked with everything, especially with multiple wizards, because they have access to both warpstone tokens and the magical reserves, arcane conduit, and arcane item slot, and then knowledgeable stacking, pretty much.
Skaven sleep.
You see, guys, we captured the artillery unit there, so it happens sometimes.
Where's my dung bucket?
Checking if Luthor is maybe on the way.
I see you. Fight, kill, infect. Infected. Release them. Yes, yes.
Have to restart campaign now? We don't have to restart anything. If we get the units we are not allowed to use in the army, just ban it.
Rapture my
Rules are set like that.
track scamper.
Okay. This one is good. This one is good. It's basically one of those armors which gives penalty to the enemy attack, especially if he's surrounded. But I'm gonna get all mine leveled up first. We need money. More than anything right now we need money. Oh.
Clan rats are not content.
Oh boy, oh boy. They're recruiting an army here, huh? You have to wait for a good time after that. They're not looking so... I mean, they actually recovered a bit. The gifts are at 27 now. We can still go after Luthor's province here.
Master engine.
I don't know where he is, so it's a little bit risky.
Horned rat.
Assassin! One more turn. The tier 4 buildings are going up. We still have to upgrade this tier 4 as well. And upgrade the port here. Income is here approaching 5,000, which is very nice. And we need to get more food. We get food by expanding. We would have to put all food to get it's a tier 5. It's a gamble, cause we will get the big penalty if they have military. How much is the cost of one Giselle unit? Giselle, 225 plus 10% plus 25% minus 23%. It's around 225 right now.
Lord Skrulk.
We still need Taskmaster and the Ambusher.
It will kill things.
We can remove this for something else here. We don't need this building here anymore.
More than famine time.
We are getting in the capital, and we need just 2 for the quest. This battle might be hard without some range, so we're not gonna do it right now. I'm not sure what's even gonna happen in this composition, because you have to consider that we have no artillery, no range, but we have a bunch of plague monks, which is a decentish unit. But we have no respect and feared, which actually makes the plague monks a little bit more threatening. All this one makes them good. So it might not go our way, that battle. Five turns, and then this one here. We are getting every piece ready for Itza attack. Every piece ready. We just need Itza weakened. If we spread the plague here, take this one here, and then just rush this one in 4 turns, then they just stuck a Chakwa. Man, if this is flawlessly executed, it would be too easy, even if everything goes according to plan. You'd think we didn't have to enact plan B for this campaign. We got an opportunity for plan X, which we're executing right now. Looks like they might have 3 lords around. That was always the plan, Wakiran. When we can take Hitsa, we take it. But the conditions have to be right. Otherwise, we just, you know, pretend we are his friend. Because it will weaken us for several turns when we get tier 5 Hitsa. And if we manage to pull it off, it's pretty good. I tried in the past, Wakiran, when I played Civilization 5 with the Aztecs. Aztecs are really cool in Civilization 5. Can't believe how they ruined them in Civilization 6, man. Birdman joke. Oh man, they have the same portrait. I guess Scotty and Bress are twins. They come from the same mother. That's how we're gonna explain, boys. So it looks like Luther Harcourt is inside the capital there.
Scurry forward.
I thought I was the crazy one.
Master Engineer.
This is easy.
This is rough terrain here, and it's still worth raiding. We get points with his enemies. He has 3 armies, 1, 2, 3, but they're spread around. The gifts are gonna drop another 20 relations there. It's not a big deal, but we have to pay attention to how far it drops.
Wisdom. What do you want?
I'm surprised Hans Marsh hasn't invited him to war against us. I'm actually surprised about that.
Time to eat leaders.
Perceptive, perfect. This is gonna be our spy. The Skaven assassins need to be pretty much campaign exclusive for most part,
I will
and perceptive for X line of sight since the changes.
Stay underground.
Okay, we're gonna unlock this technology here, get more food. But we're gonna drop this. We don't want this. And we can still get some money here. We have 3 trade partners, some medicinal plants, hell yeah.
Decay and die. Ready to strike. Call me Death Master.
Poke me, basically when you're amazed, Vlad. When you're amazed, either, you know, memeing or really amazed.
Must spread our own corruption.
I remember when I started playing Total War, it was like in 2003. Played the Civilization 3 and I seen Shogun and Medieval 1. But they didn't get into it until the next year when they released on Total War.
Stink of betrayal strong.
We might be able to hold this. Shields will definitely be throwing here.
Zap, zap. Machines and sorcery.
They're getting Giselles in 4 turns. The arsenal is really expensive.
Blessed filth.
But look at that bank. Look at that income.
As you say.
Got ambushed finally. Get ambushed by spending turns in ambush stance. It gives you an additional 5% chance to ambush, which is great for the Skaven because they can ambush and attack and resist the enemy ambushes by 10%. He has exactly that movement. Okay, he doesn't have a good army. Please don't have range. Okay. He might now go for Axolotl, which would be bad. It's a big investment we put down there. We should probably debate him towards the western border of Slanhopek. This is a danger close for Shit Wizard, he might get wrecked. But we need to delay this.
More power.
Got 1 food here on. Yeah, I saw Vlad, I saw.
Plan needs new, better rulers.
Is it me or the CA Let's Plays on YouTube are getting shorter and shorter every DLC? They're down to like 6 minutes now. Can't even call it a Let's Play anymore.
Warlock ready.
I'm happy to fulfill your death wish. Is that not why you have come?
This is the right enemies here for sure. He's starting to recover his army and starting to lose relations, so we have to start giving him money again. He probably has Axolotl in range.
I'm not content. Swap power.
This is bad because we're gonna lose all of this.
Sorcerer event.
It's hard to guesstimate his movement. If we knew his exact movement, we would have debated him properly. But the Vampire Coast has a really good movement. We don't want to risk it here.
Ja, lieber Bubonicus.
Okay. Look at that money. We could get so much more money here now. We do need this for technology.
Clan Pestilens is all. My eyes gone, but I see.
probably get one poison globadier. Better have one than not a single one in this scenario. But it's exactly rebellion time, so it's not a perfect time to get right now. The issue is here, if they are recruiting an army here and the rebels spawn here, they will attack them because they want to come here. So we put the army here so the rebels spawn in different direction so they don't attack it. We might have an army close here. Is also hard rebellions? Yeah, we're getting rebellions really nicely. It's ideal. Haven't put any public order here. I can easily stabilize this with 2 buildings. But rebellions is how we level Skulk right now, because there's no safe attacks anywhere without rage units.
It will kill things.
This is bad. If we don't get a good retreat here, there should be exactly enough range here. Oh man, maybe we have not moved properly here. He should have enough range here. If he attacks this one, it's pretty bad, so we have to cancel upgrading this one. We'll still try to get a wall. This looks like proper J-bait here. Maybe 2 millimeters off, which will suck if it is true. But it's no guarantee he goes after him. He probably gonna go for this anyways. This was just a little bit greedy taking this, but I think it was worth the risk trying to get a wall there before Luther arrives. Okay, it's all good. We could also block his army and get lucky. Arno! The city will burn! Are you happy with yourself? The city will burn now! It will burn! Just need 2 blocks there. Easy, right? You see the rebellions usually spawns here, but if you have an army here, the rebellion spawns on the other side. There are 3 spots in this area where the rebels spawn. Here, here, and here. And depending where you deploy your army, the rebel spawns in the other direction, so our allies don't destroy rebels for us, because we want the experience ourselves and the money. Okay, Gorok threatened the city. Saved. Gorok, we are here! We're gonna support you! Just attack the city! We are right behind you! All good, all good. Don't you just love it when it's exciting and it's everything going according to the plan? Nothing exploding in your face. Might not have movement to attack here twice.
Deep in the living last night. Sneaking, open gates.
Hold on. No, we're not gonna use the turn scheme. If you wanna get good chances with harassing with assassins, you get a turn scheme. 10% more chance, turns. And good time to level up assassins if you have like 2 or 3 assassins.
Yes, unlock the gates.
Who are you?
Now.
We need to go towards Axolotl because it's gonna rebel.
Magic's energies.
Under Empire.
Moon tails.
Soon, the big prize.
bring decay. They are mine now. Unleash corruption.
Frosty, in the game, the regions have local populace, and the local populace is always the same. So the local populace in one of these cities is Skaven, so they always exert Skaven corruption. You cannot get rid of it, you can just lower the effects of it. By having about 9 untainted, you will minimize the penalty of it. It's just how it is, it's permanent. Same like for Sylvania, the vampires live there. So the local populace is all vampiric corruption.
Black Death. Suffer the clean. Blessed with fill. Law of Pestilens. At once.
And warp binding always hits those ogres the hardest.
Yes, master. Scurrying. Moving. Hell yeah. Plague cast. Scurry. Death of plague. Plague priest.
Yeah, the update is coming that will improve the performance. Well, Frosty, the Headhunter jungle has 4 regions, and if 2 are Skaven and 2 are untainted, that's 50-50. Unless you provide more untainted, it's always gonna be like that. Why not out-resolve this to get 2 battles, Salazar?
Let plague spread.
Double experience.
On to hell.
So, for example, what's the situation in Headhunter jungle? Local populace 2 Skaven and 2 untainted. Skaven, untainted. One of these 2 is Skaven, one of these is untainted, so it's 50-50. So unless you add more untainted, it's always going to be 50-50. That's 2 out of 4 Skaven and 2 out of 4 untainted. Skaven like the untainted, yes, but they also have Skaven corruption, which will usually overrun the province and cause both good and bad things. So you need to add untainted if you wanna improve public order. But as the lizardman, tier 3 building is giving +2 public order, +2, and it's fine. You have the same empire way of upgrading regions. And you just get public order building in the capital, and it's also stable. Until then, just enjoy the rebels. You see how much better loot we get here now when we kill the Lord. It's 30% additional. 495.
No use for them.
8 food. Nice, 821. So you can, Salazar, you can fight the Rebel Army twice. So you defeat them first, and then if they're not all dead, you fight them again, and then they're dead. So you want to fight the first battle, out-resolve the second. If you out-resolve the first one, you might kill them all. Min-maxing the experience and money. And there's nothing else to do here while waiting for the arsenal, so it's preferable.
Onward.
Otherwise, Skrull would be stuck here on rank 6. Okay, I'm happy with campaign skills, we don't have to put anything else. The Aura of Pestilens is quite nice, but the Warpstone tokens with 13 additional power is crazy.
Short tail, fool, fool. My eyes gone, but I see. By Sigma, no.
Master Engineer!
I am techless.
Good. This one is good, we don't have to do anything here right now.
Do not test my patience. Deliver your message. If you say so. All right.
All of a sudden we're getting quite nice money. Trade is also kicking in. 700. I guess it's time to upgrade the gold mine.
Clan rats are not content.
We can get the Pestilence scheme next turn.
Vile tide comes. Watch your back, tail. You're in Lieber, Bubonicus.
We'll be getting one Globadier. Hero situation, one more Plague Priest now. One more Assassin as well. Hopefully that guy's available next turn, because we get another... That's actually not on tier... this tier, we actually get him immediately.
Time to eat leaders.
It's two knowledgeable characters so far, so all armies get plus 10 extra power.
Servant of decay.
Knowledgeable is best on the wizards if you're relying on magic. You can stack it indefinitely, pretty much. You can change the stance if you moved in an underway. You're stuck in an underway for the turn. It's a special stance rule. You need full movement, and once you do the move, you cannot change to another stance. Because you're basically underground about to enter surface. Oh, he's going for Chakwa, that's perfect. It's gonna be a final reminder for today. Today is the last day of November. Also last day for